Alright fellas, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. My name's GRIZZ. Today we're going to be taking a look at a little bit more of what Call of Duty's saying about the new Zombies chapter, Die Machine. So, we have a game intel blog that we're going to be looking at to get some more juicy intel. And the other thing we're going to be looking at is what they're saying on the CallOfDuty.com website. So just the brief description right off the bat. A new Zombies chapter, Black Ops Cold War Zombies, is set to take veterans and newcomers alike on a bold and terrifying journey that expands on an iconic part of the Call of Duty franchise. This co-op mode includes new ways to progress, classic perks, and an arsenal of Cold War-era zombies weaponry that will help survivors dominate the legions of undead. We have 3 more things here on this site that is pretty cool. Connected experience. Squads and zombies can be formed across platforms and generations. Marking the first time in franchise history, this co-op mode is available via crossplay. Players will also advance the battle pass with time played in zombies. And we didn't have that in Operation Dark Divide. We weren't able to get tier progression in zombies. This is new, this is big. The next image over here for weapons. Utilize Cold War era weapons as a fan favorite zombies arsenal to battle the Horde. All weapons have a rarity associated with them, and the higher the rarity, the greater the damage. So what about wonder weapons? You know, I'm curious how this is going to work. You know, we had a pretty good armory before. I like the setup in Black Ops 4. So the next thing over here is perks and upgrades. It says Elemental Pop. I know nothing about this right now, but perks and upgrades. Classic perks like Juggernog and Speed Cola return, and players can deploy field upgrades and craft items that add another layer to squad-based tactics. Support weapons. Deploy grenade launchers, sentry turrets, explosive bows, and even chopper gunners to deliver a massive power spike when your squad needs it most. Whoa, what? We have explosive bows. I wonder what that's all about. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, so that's what we have, fellas, right now on this site. The next thing we're going to talk about is the game intel here that we got called Into the Dark Aether. Apparently that's what happened. That's where we're going now with this storyline, is with the Dark Aether. This is the first episode of the Dark Aether story, Die Machine. So that's an important phrase right there, alright? I'm going to highlight that so we can reread it. This is the first episode of the Dark Aether story, Die Machine. So, the Dark Aether story. We have already had the Aether story. It's come and gone. We know how that ended in Tagged or Toten. And now we're talking about the first episode of the Dark Aether. Though set in the 80s, the origins of Die Machine, pronounced Die Machine. You got a little eh at the end there, so Machine. For the first time in a Black Ops game, zombies will blur the narrative lines between modes. Instead of being locked in one of 4 characters, you play as the operators from multiplayer, and even some familiar faces from the single-player campaign, including Russell Adler. I knew Adler was going to be a part of this, fellas. I knew Adler. Alright, and then we got Lawrence Sims and even Sergeant Frank Woods himself. Yeah, you read that right. So Sergeant Frank Woods, and we knew that. We confirmed him last video. We have Requiem and Omega. Okay, so these are our 2 groups. We're with Requiem, and then there's Omega. That's the Soviets. That's our opposing force. One contact in particular, Sam, has access to the KGB intel that may prove more than a little useful. And Sam, we have this theory that it might be Samantha from our last storyline in the Aether story. You'll find upgradable fan favorite perks including Juggernog, Speed Cola, and upgradable perks including Juggernog. So you can upgrade Juggernog, you can upgrade Speed Cola, and upgrade Quick Revive, complete with classic jingles and redesigned perk machines, as well as the all-new Elemental Pop perk to modify your ammo types in a pinch. So if I'm reading this right, it's a new perk that we've never seen before called Elemental Pop. What this does is it adds different ammo types to your weapons. Just like we used to do when we pack-a-punched our weapons in Black Ops 4, we would get fire, electric, different stuffs, it's different modifiers, modules on our weapons. They've put that into a perk now. We're also upping the ante by bringing in new mechanics like weapon rarities, discoverable loot. Ooh, what's that all about? Discoverable loot. I like the sound of that. Field upgrades, support weapons, persistent loadouts. That's because we don't have to start with a pistol anymore, so we're going to have loadouts in zombies. And even an optional choice to exfil from the map with your squad when things are too hot, if you can survive the onslaught. To me, that's really interesting because that sounds like viable endings. If you've played custom zombies or seen any of the stuff I've done on the channel, you would know what viable endings are, but that an exfil sounds cool. If you ever wanted to deploy a sensory turret or chopper gunner on a horde of zombies, we've got you covered. If you want to bring your own weapon into the next zombies run with your squad, now you can. Your progress in zombies is also directly tied to the Battle Pass system, and you'll always be rewarded whether you're playing zombies or multiplayer. Another huge improvement with Black Ops Cold War is that we're delivering a series of free post-launch zombies maps for the first time to further unify the zombies community across the board. Words can't express how excited we are to bring everyone together in more ways. So we're delivering a series of free post-launch zombies maps for the first time. So there it is. It even says zombies maps. Everyone's going to be playing together. And there's one more thing. There's more intel to come on what we've got planned for zombies this time around. But we'll leave just one more thing for you. Check this out. This here is Dead Ops Arcade 3. That's what that means. Dead Ops Arcade 3. Nice. So, we hope you're just as excited as we are about the new beginning for zombies, and we can't wait for you to play Die Maschine starting November 13th in Black Ops Cold War. And that concludes this game intel here on this website, and as well as what we learned a little bit on the Call of Duty website. So that is the Treyarch update, fellas.